Hey everybody, today's video is all about a very unique version of the Beatles song, All My Lovin'. So what got me wanting to make this video is the last video I made, my friend Bert had sent me a French version of the Beatles album Revolver from 1969, and this particular pressing omitted the intro to Taxman, so there was no count in on Taxman. So it was kind of a unique and weird pressing. So it got me thinking about some of the other unique Beatle pressings that have unique versions of their songs. And this one is probably one of the most obvious and maybe one of the most well-known variations of Beatles songs. But this particular one is the Beatles song All My Lovin', and it includes something that they added to it. Not really added to it, but they kept it in there. And it includes a hi-hat intro. For those of you who don't know what a hi-hat is, on a drum set, on Ringo's drum set, for example, there are various drums. There's like the snare drum, which sits right in front of them. There's the really big drum, which is on the floor, which is the bass drum or the kick drum. Then there's the tom-toms, which are above the bass drum, and one is on the floor next to the bass drum. And then there are the cymbals. And the symbol that hits the most, there are two cymbals that are stacked on top of each other, and those are called the hi-hats. So this version of All My Lovin' is known as the hi-hat intro version to All My Lovin'. And I'm going to show you exactly where you can find this version on certain pressings. And so you can go listen to it for yourself. Now, last video, a lot of people, my Revolver video for Taxman, a lot of people were commenting, asking, well, why didn't you post a clip of Taxman, even though, just be a short little clip where it doesn't have the intro. The reason I don't do that is because YouTube is so strict, especially when it comes to the Beatles, that anything you post will be flagged and could be taken down, could have my channel banned. I've heard so many horror stories about that. So that's why I don't post anything that is copyrighted whatsoever. But there are ways, of course, to listen to these things I'm talking about. You can go online, do some searches and all that stuff. You can find stuff on other YouTube channels maybe, or just other places on the internet you can find these variations I'm talking about. So let's get into this one. So All My Lovin', of course, was recorded in 1963. It's a Lennon-McCartney song, written mostly by Paul, and it appeared on With the Beatles in the UK and on Meet the Beatles in the US. Now, there's a particular German pressing of this Beatles compilation called The Beatles Greatest. It happens to be this particular one right here on the Odeon label. Now, this is a German pressing, and on side one, the very last song is All My Lovin', and it has this hi-hat intro. So it basically just starts with the hi-hat being hit. I think it's maybe 5 times, could be 4. Maybe it's 5, I don't know. 4 or 5, I forget. And it starts with that, and then it goes right into the song as we all know it. But it's a cool little variation, and I really, really like it. Honestly, I think it would have been cool if they left that in on the actual version we're all used to on With the Beatles. I think it's a really cool little intro to the song. So this particular pressing, here comes Bob the cat, by the way. This particular pressing is on the Odeon label. I will show you what this one looks like. Let me take it out of the plastic here. So here's the sleeve. It's the Beatles Greatest, and this is what the back looks like. So this particular pressing is from the 1960s. I believe this is from 1965. I could be wrong with the exact date, but it's the mid-60s about. And it is on the gold, by the way, this is the original inner sleeve, which is kind of cool. It's on the gold and white Odeon label, gold, white, and red. If you can see that right there. And this particular pressing isn't in the best condition, but it plays pretty nicely. And if you're wondering what the sound quality is of this particular record, it is okay, is what I would say. So they jam-packed a lot of songs on each side. So you have 8 songs on each side, which is kind of a lot. And because of that, they had to kind of, the overall volume of the record is a little bit lower than normal, which isn't all that bad. But generally speaking, you can find all these songs in much, much better pressings out there. But the Beatles' All My Lovin' hi-hat intro version is on this side one, the last song, and this is where you can find it. This is the first place you could find it back in the 1960s. Now, I'm going to tell you some other places you can find this version as well. And I will show the next record here. This is a pressing from Holland. Again, this is the Beatles' greatest. Different looking cover here. But this is the front right here. This is the back. Now, this one, like I said, is from Holland. And it's exactly the same as the Beatles' greatest from Germany. This one I just showed you. But the sound quality isn't quite as good. And this particular pressing, I believe, is from the late 70s, early 80s. But it does have the All My Lovin' hi-hat intro on here. So if you find this one out in the wild, this is another way you can get the All My Lovin' with the hi-hat intro. Now the other way, and probably the most common way or place to find the All My Lovin' with the hi-hat intro is the Beatles box. Now this is a box set that I used to own. I don't have it anymore. It's the Beatles box. It's called From Liverpool. That's kind of like the name a lot of people call it, is the Beatles box from Liverpool, but it's officially called the Beatles box, and I will show a picture of it down here right now. And this particular pressing, this box, you can find the All My Lovin' hi-hat intro on there as well. Now, I'm sure there are other places that you can find this with the hi-hat intro to All My Lovin' as well, but these are the three that I know off the top of my head. And it's really a really cool version to own of All My Lovin', and it's not obviously, life-changing or anything like that, but it's just a cool little variation to have of a really, really great Beatles song. So if you want to find and listen to the hi-hat intro for All My Lovin', pick up either the Beatles' greatest, the German pressing, or this pressing from Holland, also the Beatles' greatest, or the Beatles box from Liverpool box set. Those are the places that I recommend listening to All My Lovin' with the hi-hat intro. So please in the comments below, let me know what do you think of All My Lovin' with the hi-hat intro. Do you like it? Do you think it's just like a one-time thing you listen to and you never go back to? Or is it something that you wished would have been placed on with the Beatles, kind of like me? More videos like this are coming. I have a bunch of ideas for just kind of rarities when it comes to certain Beatles songs. It's fun for me to do, and it's a fun thing to put out there, and I enjoy the comment section because a lot of people talk about other pressings where you can find these certain rare Beatle versions, and I just really enjoy that. So anyway, I'm still excited about the Revolver box set, and I have not pre-ordered yet, but I will be doing that very soon, and can't wait to talk about that. So anyway, that's it for now. Hope you're all doing well. Take care, and bye for now.